Good morning, YouTube. My name is Dawn Zirk, and I am bringing you this video from the single wide that belongs to my fiance. We are in the process of remodeling it and making it fit for us to get, well, us, I say me and my children, to move in here in a couple months. And I thought while we were doing this project, how fun would it be to make some videos, some DIY how not to's, because we've definitely made I have definitely made some huge mistakes that I wish that I could go back and change. And I wish I'd videoed it from start to finish then, because it would be more valuable to share with you. So I wanted to kind of just talk about the house itself. It's only about 7 years old. There was a manufacturing issue with this mobile home where the side walls, the front and back side walls of the house and the roof, the seams leaked. And so in the interior of the house, I don't have lights on, but in the interior of the house, if you can see, all along the front and the back walls, they look like this. And so we have torn out the walls in the back room and in the front room. We didn't in the bathroom. It didn't need it. It wasn't as bad there. And eventually we'll do the hallway. There's some drywall that's gonna have to be replaced in the front also. But we're hanging drywall. I say we are. He hangs the drywall. I mud the drywall, which, by the way, is a very hard job. I went to YouTube University, which is not a real thing. I just searched how to mud drywall. So I should make this disclaimer. I'm not a professional, neither is he. He used to work in construction, so he does know more than I do. If you have questions about how to do any of those types of things, like, definitely search for how to mud drywall or how to hang your drywall or how to do whatever it is that you're doing. This is more just a video journal of my life, kind of. There's a lot of things that I'm interested in, and I've had this idea for a while to be on YouTube, except they're like, you need a niche. You need to pick a specific thing that you're super interested in and that you want to talk about all the time. And the problem with that is I'm an adult and I have ADD, and so I'm interested in a lot of things, and I don't want to put myself in a box. My bachelor's is in exercise phys, so I'm interested in health and fitness, although I'm not a model. Please look, not a model. There's just a lot of things. I'm interested in health, and I'm interested in fitness, and I'm interested in medicine, and I'm interested in crafts. I'm a craftaholic. I love to make my own things. I make wreaths. Ooh, I should show you one. I have one here. I'll show it to you real quick. I like to make wreaths. I like to sell wreaths on Etsy or on Facebook in the marketplace. But it's mainly just get started. And I have been terrified for a long time to do it. And I was watching a video last night about how to start. And the guy was like, just start messy, start dirty, start messy, and just do it. Like, don't be scared. So this is a wreath that I made about a year ago, actually. I went on a binge after Christmas last year and bought like $100 worth of clearance ornaments from Walmart right after Christmas, which I was super proud because it was like $200 worth of ornaments that I, got half. I only spent 90 bucks, but it was a lot of ornaments, and I still have a lot of ornaments. Ooh. Because what I did with my time during COVID is bought tools and learned how to build shelves. That's what I did. So I still have a ton of ornaments to DIY some wreaths with. Woohoo! Anyway, we're going to be working in the bathroom today. I'm going to bring you along. And I should have filmed this. I should have started this project, the YouTube thing, when I started this project, because I started this project after watching several like renter-friendly ideas for your bathroom and decided to go with peel and stick wallpaper. But let me just show you the original walls of this home, because it's not like normal. They are textured drywall, so it's super thin. The walls are super thin, and I don't know if you can tell. I had a better picture earlier. I'm sorry. the walls are textured. And so if you don't know, if you're not aware, let's just see if this will show. Maybe not. Okay, so I'm just making weird faces at you while I'm trying to get a good picture of the textured wall. Anyway, long story short, peel and stick wallpaper is perfect for like rental apartments or rental homes because it comes off easy. I did it in an apartment that I had several years ago, but it will not stick to a textured wall. I didn't know that really before. I probably should have done a little bit more research, but I spent all this money. I probably spent, I don't know, 50 or 60 bucks. I'm sorry, Roger. On this peel and stick wallpaper that I want in the bathroom. I had this idea. I wanted white on the top and I wanted black and white striped paneled like on the bottom. And I was gonna put a chair rail in the bathroom to separate it. Well, I got it all up and then it started bubbling. Like at first it was perfect and then it started bubbling and I was like, I don't understand. So I bought adhesive thinking, okay, well the wall is textured, no problem. We'll just add adhesive. In fact, I found a video on YouTube that says to add adhesive if you have a textured wall. And the reason it will not stick, let me just visit that for a moment. The reason that it will not stick is because textured walls have higher and low points like mountains and valleys. And so when you add a peel and stick wallpaper on top of them, it's only gonna stick to the highest points of the wall and it creates bubbles in the lowest point and then pops up. It will make your life very sad. Don't do it. You need like a plain, smooth surface to adhere a peel and stick wallpaper. In addition to that, I had chosen 2 different types of wallpaper, apparently from 2 different vendors. The first one was really great. It was a thick one that would have lasted for a while. The second one, I still have a second roll of it and I might use it for something else like actual shelf lining, but it was super thin. And when I hung it, I was like, oh, I really love this design. It's gonna be beautiful, it's gonna be wonderful. And it's just not, it's too thin to survive. Let's be frank, it's too thin to survive my children on a wall because as soon as they get in this bathroom and like scrape something up against it or move up, it's gonna rip it, it's gonna tear it, it's gonna shred it. I apologize. My dog Sky is at the door and so we are gonna go let her in before we start work. So one day I kept telling myself, mainly because I wanted my fiance to not be angry with me for trying to work on a room that really wasn't a high priority. And I kept trying to tell myself that it's going to be okay. Like you're going to be able to just make this work for 6 months and then you guys can get the rest of the house done and revisit it and you'll be fine. Do you want to see my dog? She's super cute. This is Sky. She's super hyper. She's hyper. She just came in. But the more, I'm a little OCD. So the more that I was in the bathroom, the more that I used it and kept trying to make myself finish the bathroom, the more my OCD was like, you're just not gonna be able to handle this. Like, it's just not gonna be okay. You're gonna come in here and you're gonna see the bubbles and it isn't gonna work. You're not gonna be able to last 6 months and then you'll interrupt some other project that is a higher priority. And so one day I just ripped it all off. Actually only the top half. I just ripped the other half. I ripped the black and white stripe out yesterday. And I decided to go with straight solid colors. So it's white on the top now and black on the bottom. Again, I wish I'd started this a little bit earlier to kind of go through the DIY how not to or what not to do. But I didn't. So I'm sorry, you're a little bit late to the party. I'm a little bit late to the party, so you get to join the party now. It is a little bit of a mess, but I want to show you what it looks like. So here, it's white on the top now. I'm really proud because this was skim coated. So mobile homes have seams in them. And I'm not super big fan of the seam. Unfortunately, it means if you take the seams out that you do have to mud them, which means that you need this wonderful tape. I have 2 types of tape. I have the paper tape and I have this tape. I found that I wasn't such a huge fan of this tape, to be honest. It works just well. I watched a lot of videos before I did it, but either way, I found that I liked the paper tape better. So I did pull the seams out in the bathroom. mudded over them. And then when I decided that I was not going to like the peel and stick wallpaper, I decided to skim coat all of the walls. And as of yesterday, I finally got the black on, and that's what I'm working on today. Since we're already late to this, I'm also going to share another DIY not to do. I also watched videos about renter-friendly peel and stick tile. And when I thought that I was going to be done with the bathroom, as far as like the peel and stick wallpaper, I also put down the peel and stick tile. Let's just take a look. We got a mess. I had to, do you love this? This is my wallpaper. Actually, it's just wrapping paper. Go Wonder Woman. It's my wrapping paper for the toilet so that I could get behind the toilet yesterday and paint it black without painting the toilet paper. So you don't have to have any like special super expensive things. I won't use this wallpaper anymore. So actually what I use it for is when I'm spray painting or any sort of project where I need to cover something up. That's what I use. My dog is being so extra right now. So anyway, we're going to be in here today. I'm going to put the second coat of black paint on. And there's some little special spots in the side. And my last DIY knot. All the videos that you see, I'm sure these people did it so great. I'm more of like I have really great intentions, but the execution is not so great. So I watched videos about how to paint your sink and how to do this special. I have to fix that too. Mainly because when I pulled down all of the wallpaper and then I had to skim coat the wall with mudding and then sand the mud to make it smooth and then apply another, what is it, my friend? And apply more mud and sand. The sand gets everywhere. And then when I painted, I did not use painter's, mistake number one. I did not use anything to cover up the sink, even though I had already painted it. She just wants love. Look at this. Shay, I just want your love. I need your love. So yeah, now I have to go back and sand it and repaint it and just save yourself the trouble. Make a plan first, and if it doesn't work, make a plan B faster than I'd made a plan B, because I did not make a plan B fast enough. That being said, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be in the bathroom painting, if Sky lets me. I'm not really sure what she wants. She's eaten, and she has water, and she's had a treat. So now she's just begging. She might just have to get over it, to be honest. So we're going to get to work. We're going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to put the second coat on, and I'm going to talk to you while I do it. A little bit about myself and how I got here and kind of what the purpose of this channel is going to be. I'm going to block my dog out just for a few minutes. Maybe she will settle down just a little bit, and then I'll come back and get her. So when I was younger, not young, but in high school, our Chamber of Commerce in the town that I live in started a youth Chamber of Commerce. And I was in that group. It was actually all the people in the group were selected by their school counselors to be in the group. And they made us read this book called Shackleton's Way, which even if you are an avid reader, you may never have heard of this book. But the purpose of the book was this guy who went on an expedition to Antarctica, and they had missions and goals and things to accomplish. And really, the book, the guy was called one of the most successful failures because in the journey, almost everything they did failed. They had a lot of things that went wrong on this journey, and they didn't accomplish any of their mission. Like, they didn't accomplish anything that they set out to accomplish because all these things kept happening. But he was considered a successful failure because he brought back all of his men alive. He brought back his whole crew alive. And so I hate to say that I am a failure in my life, but I kind of am a successful failure. I have been fired from 2 jobs. Both of them I felt like were not my fault. Let me take that back. Both of them could have been handled better. Let me put it that way. I have always worked my way up, been in management. I've worked my way up to the highest that I can go without a degree. I actually just finished my degree in 2018. It took me 15 years. I'm a single mom of 3 kids. I'm gonna put them in a video later because they are all hysterical. They are 14, 13, and my youngest will be 12 this month. And they're wonderful. They're beautiful, amazing, intelligent, kind human beings. And I love them. They are my people. They are my tribe. And I love to embarrass them. It's my most favorite thing to do. If you're a parent, maybe you get that. My son will purposely choose the music all the way to school and the volume and then turn it down when he gets to school so he's not embarrassed. I'm like, this is your music, not mine. But that being said, I've tried a lot of things in my life. I've been successful at different things in my life, and I've failed a lot at things in my life. And the biggest thing about that is just getting back up and doing it more. And so this is kind of a journey. Like, I want this channel to be a journey of the remodeling of the house. I recently have taken the plunge also to try e-commerce, Amazon, FBA. I would eventually like to get into affiliate marketing, and I want to film that as well when I get into it. That's why I didn't want to limit myself to a specific super narrow niche, because I can't fit in a box. I'm interested in too many things, and I don't want 10 YouTube channels. I don't want a YouTube channel for all of that. I got a full-time job and I got 3 kids, and laundry is like the Lamb Chop song around here. It's like the song that never ends. So let's just be real. I ain't got time for that. Ooh. It is so satisfying. Can we just talk about how satisfying it is? Let's look. Watch this. Can you see? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay. No, now I'm just making weird faces. It is so satisfying to watch paint go onto the wall. It's probably one of my favorite things. So basically, I started this channel to talk about real life, to be really transparent about things going on in my life. And honestly, eventually I'd like to monetize it. I'd like it to become another source of income, doing things that I already do, and having a following that wants to improve themselves and improve their life and improve their homes, and just learning and growing together. I'm not a relationship coach. I'm not a personal trainer anymore. That life is well behind me. But I basically just wanted to talk about like how it doesn't matter how you failed in your life. Like, to the person who is at the lowest point in their life, like I've been there. I'm not gonna cry. I have been there. I have been homeless. I've had times where I haven't had a place to live. And if it weren't for family that have picked me up, then I would have been living on the street. If it was not for family that had provided a place for me and my kids, we would have been on the street. I have had to be on food stamps before, and that is a pride thing. Let me tell you, I am a hard worker. If the people who know me, I have worked 2 and 3 and 4 jobs with very little sleep before, just trying to make ends meet. I'm a very hard worker, but I still had to be on food stamps. There was a time when I still could not make enough to make it work. There will be no tears. So to the mom out there struggling, like, you can do this. You got this shit. And I just said the S word on YouTube, but You got this. You're gonna do great. I don't know everything. I don't know how to make your life better, but I do know that quitting never works. And I think that's the biggest thing I learned from that book, is that things don't always go as you plan. Things are not gonna go, you're gonna make your 5-year plan, you're gonna look at it and be like, this is how my life is gonna go. And maybe it will. Maybe your dreams are gonna work out and you're gonna have all the steps and all the things are gonna work exactly how you do it. But let's just say if your life is like mine and your name and picture are next to Murphy's Law and everything like does not go your way. In fact, everything goes the complete opposite of your way. Like, it's still gonna be okay. It's still gonna be okay. You're still gonna wake up tomorrow and it's gonna be a bright new day and the sun will still shine. Even if it's rainy, it's like somewhere way underneath those clouds. And you're gonna pick yourself up. And you're gonna look yourself in the mirror and you're gonna say, I got this. And we're gonna keep going because it's worth it. All right, I had to collect myself, but I'm back. So I have the second coat on the black. I'm super excited. It looks super great. It might still need like maybe one more coat, only because there's parts like right here. I don't know if you can see like the white is still showing through. So I'm definitely gonna put a third coat just so that it comes a nice solid black color. I'm really in love with black and white. I think that there's so many colors that I could put in here to go with it, just depending on my kids. They have all requested gray rooms. My oldest daughter, Bella, and my son, Isaac, both want this color called Winter Gray, which is a really pretty deep gray, in red rooms. They each chose separate reds. I think he chose like a 100-mile-an-hour red, which is a super bright superhero red, or fast car red, obviously, 100-mile-an-hour. And she chose this, I don't remember the name of it. I'll have to find the paint card. Like a deep, deep red. And then my youngest daughter just wants gray. And I brought her home a gray chart from Home Depot yesterday. Shout out to Tim Hopkins and his song, Are They Gonna Have a Home Depot in Heaven? That will be where I live. I love Home Depot. It's my happy place. My fiance personally loves Lowe's, but Home Depot is my favorite. Shout out to Home Depot. But yeah, gray. And so I love pink, which they hate. But I wanted colors in this bathroom so that in a couple years when they all move out, like it will still be valid colors. I would love to have like a farmhouse theme in here, but what I'll probably do is choose something super generic as the shower curtain and keep it black and white, super simple. My favorite thing about this bathroom, honestly, is this cabinet. Even though it's not done and even though I totally messed it up and have to redo it, it's totally worth it. But I found this. Let me show you. See this fun knob? So I found the knob, and I am not a super big fan of like paying full price for anything. Like, I am a clearance. I shop the clearance. Love the clearance. Broke back mama. Let's just say we shop the clearance all the time. And I found it at Hobby Lobby for like $1.24. It was white originally, and I spray painted it matte black. And it's perfect. It's gonna go so wonderful. Eventually this will be black and white and not white and spotty black, which is what it currently is. But yeah, I cannot wait for this bathroom to be finished and to show it to you. I wanted to show you, that's why I had to gather myself so I could talk again, not be teary-eyed and weird. I told you I was awkward, man. I can't, even when I'm by myself, there's nobody here but me and my dog, and I'm so awkward, I can't help it. So this is the chair rail. Woo! That's gonna go in this bathroom to separate the black and the white. And I love it. I absolutely love this thing. I had them cut it for me at Home Depot. I do have a miter saw that I bought for myself last year. I do know how to operate it. Yes, I have operated it several times. It's my baby. Look at her. It's just a single joint. I don't remember what they call them. There's like a single and a double, and then they have like really cool ones that move. Wish I'd done more research and saved my money. I would have bought the one to move. But honestly, some guy was selling this one on Facebook Marketplace last year. 70 bucks. Brand new. It was 100. He bought it brand new for 99. Only used it a couple times and put it up on Facebook Marketplace. He was like, it's $150 now. I'll sell it to you for 70. Sold. I'm not paying 150 bucks for something that I have never used before. Because what if I can't use it? So 70 bucks is my favorite. Check out your local Facebook Marketplace. Maybe you can find your tools. I just realized that while I talk, my eyebrows like shoot to the ceiling. So maybe I can figure that out in another video. I'm really sorry. Super excited. Can you tell? Special. I'm having special moments today. I need to finish the back. I need to finish the back of this. I'm getting distracted again. That's my ADD. So let me finish painting the back. We do have to put in, I have to finish the top joints and the corner joints in this back bedroom today also. I am just painting them white. I kind of did that backwards too. Again, DIY, how not to or what not to do. Paint your joints first, then paint your walls. When I do the actual paint and I'm not just priming, I'm definitely gonna follow that rule because then maybe I won't be in this position. Some of my favorite YouTubers for DIY how-tos, especially like if you're on a budget, is, I can't say her name. I'm gonna give her a shout out though because I think that she's amazing and she turns nothing out of like these beautiful, glamorous, so glamorous. Ooh, that is so special. Glamorous, like furniture. She can take nothing, cardboard boxes, and turn them into furniture for your house that you can sit in, that you can actually put actual people's weight in. Her channel is called UW. I apologize if I spoke your name. Essentials. I'm going to share the link below, but she turns amazing things and has a lot of DIY renter friendly things that you can do in your house. And I just think she's amazing. She's one of my favorite people to watch. She has the sweetest voice, and I've never met her, but she's one of those people that I feel like are just sweet. Like I would love to meet her in real person in real life, or Zoom conference or whatever. But I'm gonna link her video or her channel below so that you guys can kind of check her out and see all the amazing things that she does. The best thing that I love about it is that she sparkles. Like everything she does sparkles. If I could make my bathroom sparkle like that, and I could, totally budget friendly, but like in the time frame that I want to get stuff done in, I would be on that bus. Right now, I just need to get the black and white done without messing anything else up. I need to not mess up anything else. That's my goal. Can I turn this? Woo! I'm gonna look back on this video 5 years from now and be like, what was I thinking? All right, maybe mistake. I was totally talking to my camera like I was videoing, but it was on the photo. So now that I've switched it to the actual camera, I have the top layer and the corners finished, the layer there. And the next thing that we're gonna do is, if you can look behind me, this is the ceiling. And we had to cut out, and by we, I mean my fiance, had to cut out it's like 2 feet wide by 4 feet long section of the ceiling where, again, this is the front wall of the house, and this is the part where the seam of the house sidewall and the roof leaked for a very long time, like every time it rained. And so this whole wall actually had to be completely replaced with drywall. When I went to pull it down, it pretty much just fell. because it was mush and gross. And this part was the worst part of the ceiling, is the only part that was really needing to be replaced. So he just cut out a portion of it and stuck another piece in there, and I mudded it. Shout out to people who mud ceilings, because let me tell you, that was hard work. It took me days to do that. Taping it, mudding it, having my hands over my head to do this. My back was killing me. So just take a look here. The ceiling is textured. I'm not a professional. It is not gonna be textured. In fact, you could see right here, like this is the normal ceiling. That is what I attempted to do the other day. And basically all I use, I've seen it done several different ways. I saw it done with a sponge. I personally just used aluminum foil that I tore off a big ball of and scrunched it up, stuck it in the drywall mud, and then just like that with that face, because it hurt my back so much for a very long time. I think after 30 minutes of just doing that, I was done. I was like, I gotta come back to this another day, and another day is a week ago, so I gotta finish. So that's kind of the goal. Before I can paint the walls, or I say this, before I am going to put color on the walls, I want to finish the ceiling so that I can paint or primer the ceiling and get white on the ceiling without splashing the walls everywhere, because there would be nothing worse than painting your walls and then getting white all over them and then having to redo it. That is another DIY, how not to, what not to do scenario, and I'm trying to think ahead before I do that this time. So that's kind of the goal today. I've got to find aluminum foil, and if not, I'll be taking a trip to the dollar store to get some aluminum foil if I don't have any here, but that's what I'm gonna be doing, and I'll show you what I do. I do want to point a couple things out, because like I said, I'm a DIYer and I'm not a professional. So there is a couple things that I wanted to point out while I am in here. So when we replaced the ceiling, there was like a pretty major slope here. So it doesn't fit, and I'm not sure how to show you this. Like this is flat and perfect and beautiful, and this has a slope, as in it didn't completely match. And I was told, because I didn't hang the actual piece here, that there wasn't a whole lot in the ceiling. Like you would expect there to be cross wood across in the ceiling like a normal house, right? And there are, but there wasn't any. This is 2 feet, about 2 feet wide by 4 feet long. I didn't measure it, but approximately that's what it is. But there's not any wood here to attach it to. So he had to add an extra piece of wood up there to attach the piece of drywall to, and it's not level. So again, we're not looking for perfect. We're working to fix the actual issue, which we fixed a roofing issue outside, so it shouldn't leak anymore on the inside. And then I was super like, I can totally match this. Like all it looks like is a bunch of, look at that. Doesn't look like that is hard, but as you can see, mine does not match perfect. Just kind of has the whole, I got the whole like rock texture, I guess, going on, but it does not match the rest of the ceiling. I tried, it just, what can I say? Some people got skill and I don't have it. It would take me a lot of time to practice, and let's be honest, I don't have that time. I just don't. So I can go okay with not perfect. That being said, that's what I'm gonna do today. Let me go see if I have any aluminum foil. I realize that this video is gonna have to be cut and pasted a lot. And there's gonna be several different sections, and you're gonna see several different parts of me. Let me just say, I am in no way a singer, but I do listen to music while I am working, and I do tend to sing. So I apologize for the noise that comes out of my mouth. I'm trying to make a joyful noise unto the Lord. I understand that I'm not gonna be on The Voice anytime soon. Felt like I should make that disclaimer. I don't need negative comments about it. So I was just gonna put that out there into the world. All right, let's see. Do I have any aluminum foil, or am I going to the dollar store? I got wax paper. It might work. Y'all, I'm going to the dollar store because I need aluminum foil. Okie dokie. All right, going to the dollar store. I'll be back. After these messages, I'll be right back. I'm back with coffee from Hardee's. No, I'm not getting paid for that. That's where I went to get coffee while I was out. So now I'm espressing myself with a good old cup of joe. I just put on the last coat of black paint in the bathroom, and I was going to show you. There has to be a way to turn this camera around. Maybe not. There's the bathroom. Doesn't it look lovely? Isn't she lovely? Okay, so that means all I have to do is put the chair rail up and cut the base board. I have them outside, they're painted, to fit, and nail those into the wall. Clean up this floor because it is a hot mess. And fix the cabinet and sink. Hopefully that won't take too long. But we are back for more ceiling work. And oh, look, I gotta show you. She's so precious. Say hi. Can you say hi? Do you smell my coffee? Yeah. My dog is so cute. Sometimes my kids are like, my dog is cuter than yours. And I'm like, we only have one dog. Like, we have the same dog. How is she cuter than mine? Show mommy. What is it? You wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? Yeah, let's go. All right, so I have to stir the drywall like the good old hard way because I do not have one of those fun pieces of equipment that you hook to your drill and sit, Sky, and let it stir for you, in a mechanical way. I have to do it the old, do it by your hand way. So I'm gonna do that real quickly after I let my dog out. And then we're gonna get to work with the ceiling, raise the roof, because that's what we're about to do. Now, it's important when you're mixing drywall to make sure there's no lumps. No lumps in your homes. This is not the time to have lovely little lumps. If you guys listen to that stuff. That's all that I know about that song. My lovely little humps or lumps or... See, I can't even tell you how it goes. I don't know. It's special. All right. Now, I saw this on a YouTube video somewhere that if you put just a little bit of dish soap into your mud and some water, because mine is a little bit dry, I'll let it do that. It's my fault. I'll cry if I want to. That it will stir a little bit easier. Again, those people had all the wonderful, beautiful tools that make doing drywall way easier. I'm doing it like from the Stone Age era with just a good old stirring stool, water, and some dish soap. I'm gonna spend some time today. I wanna make sure I get this drywall put on the ceiling so that I can paint. I may or may not get to the paint today. It depends on my back. And of course, you wanna make sure that the drywall dries all the way before you paint. I could paint the other part of the ceiling. I could paint all of the ceiling except for that part, which I might do. We'll see. Working above your head is very, very hard. I do have a paint brush extender, which does make that just a little bit easier. But, all right. But, you just do what you can while you can. I'm mixing. Ooh, you guys gotta see this. See my chunky drywall. Okay, that's what we are trying to do. We gotta get the chunks out. Now, for all you other really experienced people, you can get the tool, add it into your drill, stir it. It will be stirred so much faster than how I'm doing mine. You do want it to be, well, what I learned on YouTube University and the videos that I watched, you want it to be about the consistency of yogurt. So that's kind of the consistency I'm going for, trying to get the lumps out in yogurt. Personally, I do not eat yogurt. I have tried and tried and tried. I know that it's good for you, or at least they say that it's good for you, but I really hate the consistency. Whoa. I do not like mushy foods. I never ate mashed potatoes. Because of that, I had a really hard time growing up eating mashed potatoes because I could not stand mushy foods. Mushy, mushy, mushy. Shake it, 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 shake it. Right. All right. Reynolds to the rescue! Rescue me! I need a place to grab. Kind of what I did the other day. Not anything special, just a wadded up ball, I guess. And create a thing for you to grab onto. Now, the only thing that I need left, because I forgot it in the other room, is my drywall trough that I put the drywall in. Oh. When I'm doing the ceiling, my number one goal is to not make this trough too heavy. And the reason is because if you're holding something super heavy in one hand and reaching over your head with the other hand, then it gets heavy. Do you ever hear that? There's motivational speakers who do like a speech about walking around with a cup of water all day, and the cup of water itself isn't heavy. It's like carrying your burdens. But if you carry it around all day, or if you carried it around all week, or if you carried it around for a month, a cup of water would get super heavy. Your arm would get stiff, your arm would be sore. You'd be praying for somebody to take that cup of water away from you. So I do not feel this very heavy at all for that reason. I did myself a disservice, it looks like. I didn't keep all my tools in the same place the last time. Put them back where they go. Ouch. Okay, here we go. Scooping it up. The other day, I have another DIY knot. don't let drywall dry, or mud dry on your drywall knife, or one of them. I did the last time. I let all of them dry. My big one is somewhere, but I don't need a 14-inch knife for this. I'm just gonna have to do it the hard way. Well, not as good now. Whoa. Hi. It's not a good look for me. All right, we're fixing to climb up on this ladder and do the thing. Just gonna do it. Now, clearly I cannot hold a camera or this phone and this mud and do this drywall at the same time. I just can't. I'm gonna put you guys over on the windowsill for now, and I will check in with you in a few minutes. Let's see here. You can tell I am a beginner DIYer because I don't have wonderful camera holder or that fun little O lighting. Oh yeah, that'd be so helpful right now. Just a thing to hold my camera. It's very sunny outside. My coffee. All right, let's do this. So I got a bunch on there, and I'm just gonna start dabbing. It kind of reminds me of like bakers who are icing cupcakes. I actually wondered about that, but then you'd be squeezing against gravity, and I don't know if that would work. Oh, this takes a long time. Oh, there it goes. Already. It'd be funny if I fell. So I wanted to take a minute and just share what the front looks like now. And I say I did none of this work. My fiance, his dad and brother did all of this. They cut the roof Like, I don't know how much they would have to tell you that, but they cut the roof, like the actual board, into the roof and removed it, added enough board to come, it looks about almost a foot. It's more like probably 8 inches that extends over the side. And they did this in the front and in the back. And I'll walk around to the back actually. Oh, let me introduce you to Pearl. This is my baby. She is my 2021 Ford Explorer SE Sport Special Edition. She's beautiful. I wanted to name her Mini Pearl. My fiance said, no, Pearl is fine. So that's her name. Her name is Pearl. So as you see, we have, oh gosh, birds. We have still the scaffolds up, and that is the back side. And we are actually adding a room onto the back part of this house for one of my children. The youngest has claimed that particular room. So we still have some construction going on the exterior. He and his family, or he and his dad and brother, are kind of doing that, whereas I have pretty much taken over the inside, painting, I don't hang the drywall, I just mud the drywall, which is probably just as hard. Sorry, I have to keep turning it around, so I have to stop and start. So there's going to be lots of like cuts and mending to this video, but I wanted to take just a minute and talk about my why. And I had a long time to think about this, and it's a hard question for me to answer. Like, what's your why? What do you want to do in 5 years with your life? I want to just be alive in 5 years. Does there have to be a plan? And honestly, every time I've made a plan to do something in 5 years, like, it has gone to hell in a handbasket. So making plans for me doesn't really seem to work. I have things that I want to accomplish. I have things I want to learn. But I do think that it's important to write those things down and to set goals to accomplish them, even if it's not a 5-year plan. Have a step plan, 1, 2, 3, 4, how to get to that goal. So my why, honestly, to make money. Yes, I would love for this to become a monetized side hustle. Not even necessarily to quit my job. I actually got promoted this year. I work in a risk department for a really great company. I believe in what they stand for. I actually love my job. I haven't ever not really loved my job. Sometimes I haven't really loved who I've worked with, but I can't say that now. I really love my job. I love the people that I work with. I have a really great supervisor and boss. They both listen. I work 8 to 5. I just got a working night. And let me just tell you, I was very properly named. My name is Dawn. I love the mornings. I am not a creature of the night. And so I do best, of course, in the morning. So it's definitely, brought me back to life to be on day shift. I've been at home for about 4 months now, and I kind of have some anxiety about going back to the office. I found out that we're going to have to do that soon. And I'm not super thrilled about that. I actually asked to stay permanently at home and was kind of told no, which is fine. I just not super thrilled about going back into the office setting just yet. I don't know, my blood pressure's down. There's something about I commute an hour, so there was something about gaining 2 hours of my life back and being able to take my kids to school and be home to make dinner at night. It brought more balance to that home work life, so I'm gonna miss that for sure. So that was number one, to kind of monetize it, make it a side hustle, doing what I'm already doing, putting it out there for other people to see. Maybe they can laugh with me at all my DIY what not to do's in the process, because I seem to have more of those than what to do's. What not to do versus what to do. The second thing is I'm not a very social person, so I think it's a way for me to reach out to people just in general. I used to be kind of more outgoing in my younger years, and in my older age, and I say older, I'm only 36, so I'm not old, but in my older age, I tend to be a homebody. Like, I'm fine being at home. I don't feel like I have to go out, and I want to do my hobbies. So it's more about A, monetizing my hobbies, B, reaching out to people, and being able to have some sort of social network, helping people, talking to people, even if it's just listening. I find that I tend to be someone that people talk to. The third thing is for my kids. So it has always been super important to me to teach my kids about money. I'm not the best with it, to be honest. I wasn't really taught about it growing up. I've had to learn a lot of things the hard way. The student loans are the biggest thing on my credit score right now, which sucks because it keeps my credit score between 650 and 700. I've been watching TikTok about that too, and I'm on the fence about whether to try to get it taken off. Even it won't take away the debt, but getting it taken off, because it actually is going to be the oldest thing on my credit report, which also plays a really important role into the age and mix of the things on your credit score. That is a conversation for a different day. But I want my kids to know what I didn't know as a kid, because or even at their age, they are 14, 13, and almost 12. And it was beaten to me, and almost I beat it into myself, that you have to go to college, You have to have a degree to make any sort of money. And to an extent, that's true. It took me 15 years to get my degree. And the minute I got my degree, I got a job paying double what I was making. And since then have gone and moved up, past that. And not even in the field that I got a degree in. Not even. It's just a really expensive piece of paper that says that I can jump through hoops. And I didn't even jump through those hoops really well. I had a full-time job. I had a part-time job. Sometimes I had another part-time job. Sometimes I had another part-time job. And I had 3 children, and I still went to school. And trying to explain to a professor that I'm so sorry that I didn't get your paper to you on time. I also have 3 children and 10 jobs. Like, I'm real sorry. I know that that's the only thing that you care about. I jumped through those stupid hoops. The ones that had an obstacle course a mile long in front of them, and fire hoops. They were fire. For a single mom with 3 kids, they were stinking fire hoops. So I jumped through the hoops. I got that stinking expensive piece of paper, and I just want my kids to know, like, school's important. I am a firm believer that education is important, but it's not the only way. It's not the only way to make money. There are plenty of people who make bank doing other things, and they can monetize their hobby. I haven't quite given them permission to have a YouTube channel yet. I know that lots of parents do that to their kids and allow them to do so. I think this is my version of trying it out first, and maybe if they want to have a day on the channel, like, let them do that. Honestly, when they are talking Xbox to me, or my daughter's really into Minecraft, this is what I hear. Wah, 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 wah. And I'm just like, what? It's cringy. It is cringy to me. I want to be supportive, but it's so cringy. It is so cringy. Thanks for letting me take this break. The drywall, raising the roof thing, it's a pain. I think it hurts more in my arms and my neck and my shoulder. So those are the things. I want to monetize my hobby. For me, I want to get out of debt eventually. I'd like that to be a thing. I'd like to pay off my student loans, and not just have them forgiven. If they want to forgive them, I'm not going to take that away from them, Uncle Sam, but I don't necessarily think that's the right way to do it. So, and I want to just show my kids what's out there. I want to show my kids that they can do their hobby and have fun too, even if they have a full-time job. Like, it's totally doable. So those are the things, those are my whys, and it's for me. It's a way for me to have an outlet to reach out to people. And I obviously don't plan on I've kept it broad enough, DIY-ing, that I can be do-it-yourself anything. And I plan on exactly that. I dabble in a lot of different things, so I wanted to keep it open to not just projects around the house. I want to record the journey that we're going through here, but also other things that I make, other adventures that I try. So there you go. There's my why. I am actually going to have to crop this video because I already know that it's a pretty long video, but I appreciate you guys watching my first video. Subscribe and like. And as promised, I will make sure to link those other YouTube persons that I really love to follow for their DIY ideas. And I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks.